I'm gonna be back. Ain't nothing gonna happen in the first 5 minutes. So what do we got here? We got light and Arma, Ordos, Harkonnen respectively. We have MK, Zero, Harkatries respectively. This is gonna be interesting because I actually don't know this guy's level to be honest, but Arma was saying how this should be a balanced game, so I'm assuming he's worse than the bottom two. um, yeah. Shout out to my live commentate. All right, I'll be back and grab food. bottom team, bottom team lost the fight, right? Nub. A joke, a joke. It's just fucking annoying. It's just one harvester that always fucks it up in this one spot. I hate that guy. Ugh. Okay. 3 heavy. 1-1. XI. 3 heavy. 2-1. 3 heavy is a fucking meta. Look at this. I don't like that because Kip showed me a really good build where you go 2 heavy and you rush the start port after you build 5 reps. And oh, it's so good because it's like instant and always like on cooldown start ports, and they're fucking always max because you always have the money for it. It's so good. I feel like this game's gonna be hard for the top team. Mainly because the driving force of the top team is gonna be Arma, and he's choosing devs, which is fine, but they're really slow. He can't overextend unless he has a really big defense or a strong enough one. That's gonna take a while to get because he's gonna have to trade it off a whole fucking lot. This guy's already making a fucking wall. I don't know why. Why make a wall in this spot where there's only 2 chokes here and there? Just fucking pick one, you know? Or just bring it all in here, shit. Actually, no, this is actually fine. So, if you were to bring all your shit in here, he could surround you and go here too, and have a 2 front attack. It's not a good thing for you. Good positioning, you don't want to overextend. Make sure you bring the missiles up here so he doesn't want to move in. Bottom team has map control, hardcore, which is good. Bottom team is playing it right. Bottom team is really playing it right. Now, he should know that he's in a bad spot right now. He should see the harves. He shouldn't move back because now you're gonna fucking die for sure. Actually, see, I feel like Arma should have just moved those harves left and picked off the one side instead of sending them all in, because that would have been a victory in its own. That would have been a sacrifice that he made since he brought the top shit down. But this, although it worked out, he could have done it in a cleaner way. Oh, I missed this entire fight. Okay, let's see. Does Arma have the resources to send help? He does, but he's going to be occupied with the attack on the right as well. The way he's fighting here is fine. You know, there's always improvements you can make, but I'm not going to nitpick. Arma did get the upper hand in that fight. He won that fight, actually. It shows Thing has more kills because Arma lost all of his infantry, which doesn't matter at all. And he has not, you know, he has some left, but not much. MK is playing this right against Ordos. He's building a bunch of siege, exactly what you're supposed to do, but not how that happened. You don't do what he just did there. See here, you gotta step up on that, pick off those 2 devs. Those are easy picks, and you have Siege and Sonic here in case the troopers get a little excited, you know. And seeing that he did gather enough forces here, you should have fucking ran. There was no need to stay here. Literally none. You would have got nothing done. Really good spot from Arma. Great move. That was a good spot from MK as well, but Orange caught on. In higher level play, that would never even be the case. You're always looking at your army and the pathing that's going to take. And that's always done by looking at the mini-map, understanding the map. Thank you, he stopped. Okay. I understood he tried to run there. He should have. He should have ran earlier. But whatever the case was, that's just unfortunate. You gotta really make sure you always have options in terms of running away. Because with devs, if you can't run, you're gonna get absolutely fucking destroyed. Because devs trade really efficiently once you're in range of them. And if you're in a head-on-head fight, they are one of the most efficient units in the game. So you never want to do that unless you're gonna for sure crush the army. And if you just want to pick off the first few and then run, well, obviously it goes without saying, you have to have a fucking plan for an escape. This is kind of well done. Orange is expending his troops in a way that's unnecessary. He didn't have to send them through here against all the troopers here and the devs. That really fucked him up. And he has enough for not in a... It's an underwhelming force in his base. It's not as much as you'd expect he had. So I guess his production is just a little slower, but that's fine. Against Ordos, it's always tricky to do a quad attack, since, you know, they have fucking speed. Their tanks are as fast as your quads, so you're just gonna get outdone every time, if he's paying attention, mind you. So yeah, good. Go after the hard guy. Or if you could attack him head on in a confident way and take up his micro and attention there, then you could obviously sneak around the side and do this shit. But without that, you're probably gonna lose all this shit. See, if he was a decent player, I'm not saying he's bad, I don't know him that well, but judging by the shit he's doing, he's not. This would have been stopped like way up here. Honestly, it wouldn't even got that close. Like, it wouldn't have worked against a better player, I should say. So try not to, unless you can really do it in a confident way. And by that I mean always have like another place that you know he's going to be focusing on. A major thing I think about when I play this game is, what is the other person like thinking about and microing that? That is huge. Especially in a 1v1, so say the opponent's base is here. I put a group up here. I tell them to attack. I know it takes some X amount of time to get there, so I have that time to set up here. Say his army's there. I have that amount of time to initiate the attack. Because once the attack does start, then you know you're going to be hitting the harbs at the same time, and he's going to be microing the initial attack here. MK, don't fucking build devs, you know that. But yeah, so stuff like that, you really gotta use timing to your advantage, and abuse the fact that people micro, and I would say usually in a less efficient way. I'm just gonna stop there. You just gotta really abuse micro and how people think. Micro your deviator. Could have just... Alright. See, this force is fine. This guy's base is... Okay, see, I would run with this force. There's no need to attack. You literally don't have to attack here. You didn't have a lot of harbs or devs. Oh my god, he's not even microing his sonics. Look at this. My guy. Please. Okay, well, granted, you're facing a... I don't want to say noob, but somebody who forgot about a sonic tank in an important time like that. That was more effective than it should have been, but that was a mistake in my opinion. If he did try to attack you while you ran, it's easy to stop and turn around and kill the faster guys and have the sonics in the back with the missiles and siege and the troopers. That's an easy way to pick off, you know, quads and tanks and shit. But you should have ran, bro. You you had no need to attack there at that time. Especially since if you have map control, or if you have an unstoppable force like devs, you know, you can't just fuck with devs in any way you want. You really got to do it the right way. You really have the freedom of choosing your fights, unless you know you're backed up against your own base. But in this case, it's the opposite. It's their base, so you literally have the choice to do whatever you want. So you gotta really make your fights count. Make sure you do things efficiently. This breaks my heart. Please, where are your where's the infantry, my guy? This guy's production isn't that high, is it? This just fucking irks me. Like, do they not check the minimap and see this shit? Like, that would just. Okay. As an Atreides against an army of devs and harvs, if you are ever in a spot where you are fucked and you're running and you're gonna get hit by a bunch of devs while you run, mistakes were made. Atreides is best at range, up close and personal. You only go there if you are completely confident you can crush the nigga, right? I mean, at this this level I'm talking about, let's just say. So if you are in open space like this where you shouldn't be, because that's Hark's like land, you know, you don't fuck with that with Hark. You have to really make sure you have the concave, you know, you have the initiation your way. Like, you got to make sure the fight really goes your way if you take a fight in an open place. If not, always go back to a choke point. Like, you had one here, you had one there, and your army wasn't set up right. You chose to sit here instead of up there or down here, which is bad. Next time, just really take advantage of the map itself. You know, it's there to help you, especially as a Atreides. You need to use the map. That's enough about that. Top team is starting to get momentum because Arma is trading efficiently, more than efficiently, I should say. And Blue has made a few mistakes. Like, he he sent out a squad up here. I didn't really keep track of it. I was talking about this during that time, but I feel like I don't even know what happened there. I can't even talk about it. This is good. This is really good. This is one of the strengths of Ordos. It's like a harvester hit team, but it's really powerful. You know, you got the tanks in there. The deviators move quick too, so it's always a good time. In a place like this, good. Don't run. Actually, you shouldn't have been in the hard field. If I was you, I would have moved here towards the bottom army, because the top one moves slow, so they can't really get it in range to do anything impactful quickly. So you would have had time with your army against a bunch of quads, which is a good deal, given you have tanks and deviators and quads and shit too. So you gotta take advantage of those small moments that you have with Ordos, and choose your fights, as I say a million times. See, right here, you should not be here. What the fuck is this? This is literally the worst spot you can be in, except a ball right here. Like, what are you doing, my guy? You had a choke right here. This is close to your base too. You know, you want to be there, but don't spread out like that. Like, not cool. Oh, My bad. You had another force here. That makes a lot more sense. But still, if I was you, I would have moved this group back a bit more, and this group too, while you swung around and got the straggling devs from the backside of that army there. This you should not do, because they're literally all gonna die. And for what? You're not gonna kill a single tank. Oh, he didn't kill it, but you saw what happened there. It was literally a loss for no gain. Because these things heal up on their own too, so he just has to walk away, and it's not worth it, right? But good, good, good. It's really important that if devs are all alone, you kill them, because devs alone aren't that strong. They need siege and troopers. Oh shit. 2v2s. I'm not commenting this right. I'm behind. Too many thoughts. Too little time. Okay, when you're in a spot like this, when your second base is, there's no way of saving it, please just cut off the leg, sell it all. Thank you. There's no point of trying to save it at this point. Just make sure this is not good. Just make sure you can stop them from killing your main, which you probably fucking can't, given that you don't have a lot. I would have played this very differently. Huh. Lol. Bro, please micro your Sonics. If you move them, they're not helping you. Of course, they're not gonna hurt you, but they're not gonna help you either. But nah, I'm not gonna nip it like that. That's stupid. And that was a good attack from what I saw. I did look into it at the tail end, so I didn't see the starting. This is good. Move up, move up. If your harvester are in there, you should follow right away. But yeah, so he's good here. This is somewhere that he doesn't have to move from. As long as he stays grouped a little bit, the more you spread, the weaker your shit is. I don't know why they're not attacking them. I don't know why he's sitting here with this. Just, oh my god. Please kill the siege tank, my guy. What are you fucking doing? What? He killed the siege tank last. Lost all the infantry. MK is such a damn hoe. My god. This is fucking cancerous, man. Ugh. Like, why? See, this group here is getting a lot of value. Good, and you're supposed to run there. If they stop moving, you always run. This group here has gotten a lot of value out of it. It's killed a lot of shit. Okay, well, we're in a weird spot now where everyone's economy. Oh shit, I haven't looked at economy in a while. Wow, he's fucking years behind everyone else in terms of total. He doesn't even have any. No, he's good, he's good. Deviators, micro, motherfucker, please. You're literally up against devs. This is not a good attack. This is not a good attack at all. This is not a good attack. You have no siege, no harves. Why? You can just go up here and take out the middle or something. Don't feel the pressure to end the game if it's not gonna work. Yeah, see, like it was a bad call, but he felt the pressure to end the game because his ally here was about to get wrecked. But yeah, so that's completely understandable. But that was not something you should try. And that's a message to everyone watching the game, not the player in the game themselves, because he already knows what the fuck he's supposed to do or not. All right, that was nice.